Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you doing? Oh, it's been a long time. Happy New Year to you guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. It's a new year. It's a beautiful year. It's already very amazing. So many beautiful things are already happening for so many people. So we're starting off in good spirits. Wherever you are, whatever it is you're feeling right now. Please, we are starting off in good spirits. How are you doing? How is the year going for you? How has it been so far? I think we're just a couple of days in, but my spirits are so high. I'm in high spirits. I'm so excited. It feels like I already know what this year is going to turn out to be, and I'm excited for the future. I'm not a mind reader, I'm not a future reader, but I know that this year is going to be amazing for me and for you watching. So, just to say it once again, Happy New Year and welcome to 2022. And welcome to 2022. Yes. So guys, this is my first video in 2022, yes, and I'm making it this early so that it will go off as early as possible. So the video is just about my 2021 in review. So I've never done this before now. I've never. And you might say because yes, I'm a private person, I like to keep my business indoors most times. But this year, I just feel like trying out something different. I just feel like sharing more. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Nothing. And at the same time, it feels like I want to keep a record. I want to keep memory for myself about my year going forward. So I felt 2021 was a really good year for me. So why don't I start on a good note? Why don't I start with a wonderful year and then talk about it, keep memory, and probably in 10 years' time, I might just go back to it and I'll be like, oh, yes, this was the year all this happened, and I'll smile. So the main idea why I'm making this video is for record keeping. Yes, for my own memory's sake, for me to have it somewhere online that yes, this was how my 2021 went because I loved it. It was an amazing year for me and I don't want to lose it in the memories of life. So guys, 2021 started off very great. It was amazing. So January alone, it has so many memories for me. Okay, so in January 2021, I got married. January 2021, my husband's birthday. January 2021, I started in a new job. January 2021, I started a new job in a new industry. So if all of this happened to me in January alone, it's something worth keeping. It's something that is a big deal for anybody. It's if for me, it's a very big deal. Oh yes, you're seeing the ring, yeah. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Sometimes I'm on Twitter and I see, oh, marriage is not an achievement, you guys. Marriage is not an achievement. And I'm like, okay, okay, that's for you. I have certificates. I'm an engineer, I'm working. All of that, they are achievements. And then marriage is not an achievement for you guys on Twitter. Okay, no comments, no arguments. But for me, it's a big deal. Thank you. So guys, January 2021, it started off with my trad. I had my traditional marriage. Yes, I know I didn't talk about all of this in 2021, even after it happened, but like I said earlier, I so many times I like keeping my business indoors. So, but now I feel like let me just talk about now I feel like maybe I should just share as much as I want to. So, marriage, yes, done and dusted. In January, 3rd of January precisely, I did my trad in my hometown, somewhere in Anambra State. So it was a very colorful event, wonderful. Friends traveled from everywhere. It was memorable, My husband's friends, family, my family. I come from a very large family. So it was a full house. And my friends I made during NYSC, like my gang, they were there. My friends from the university, my secondary school friends, like so many people came for me and mine, and it was a colorful day. And so for now, that's that about my trad. Just know it was wonderful, and we thank God, and everyone traveled back home safely and in peace, and there was no issue. Oh, there was a small issue I just remembered. So, guys, after my trad, I think this is the first time I'm talking about this. Yes. So, guys, after my trad, just 2 days after, yeah. So after my trad, I left with my husband. A couple of my friends, they were lodged in a hotel close by to my hometown. So it was mostly my family, extended family, those that came from other neighboring towns that were in the house, and my mom, my grandma, every other person, my cousins. The house was full. And then the next day, was it the next day? Okay, that night, yeah, there was still a lot of cooking and eating, all of that went fine. And then the next morning, a couple of people already left back to their own hometown as well. Then the following night, robbers came to the house, like village robbers. So it happened that give or take, they heard the noise, everybody saw what happened. Oh, there was an event here, people came, it was colorful like that, and they were like, okay, maybe some of the money still remain in the water. Maybe they left some of it. Let's go and check. So that was how I think maybe two or three guys, they came in, they flew over the fence, they came into the house, and unfortunately, all the doors were open, like the room doors. So they went to different rooms, took people's phones, took my younger sister's laptop that my younger brother gave to her the same Christmas holiday. Phones, the Techno, the iPhone. Isha took about 5 phones or thereabout. So, and this was in the middle of the night when everyone was sleeping. Now it's funny, but then it wasn't funny. But then it was still funny. Everybody was like, nobody has heard of any kind of robbery in this area for the longest time. Now, where are these ones from? It was just very obvious that, okay, the threat that happened, it attracted, and they were like, something is going on here. Maybe there's still extra something for them to go and pick up. But we thank God nobody was hurt. They didn't touch anyone. They just left with what they picked, and it was all right. The phones, eventually we had to replace it, yeah, because it was for my cousin and one of my aunties and like that. So we had to gradually we replaced the phones. The laptop, oh well, the laptop I didn't replace. Okay, my guess that she has a new laptop now, so she's fine. She's in university. So that was how the trad went, and I think like a few days later, they came again. It was crazy, but that's just one of those things that happen. I'm sure so many people might have experienced something like that. For a village that is just quiet on a regular, but it was Christmas, activities were happening every other day. Well, that was what we saw. And then going forward, same January, I resumed at a new place of work, a new industry. So initially, I was working in construction. Yes, I did electrical engineering, but somehow, you know how Nigeria can be. You just have to, anywhere you find yourself, you put head for start, and then you go from there. So I was working in construction before under health and safety department, and I got a new place this January. Like my interview, I'll probably have to make another video for this interview. My interview, it was the craziest. From I feel I should make another video for my interview to get in my current job. Yes, let me not spoil it. But it was just a wild one. COVID contributed. Let me just put it that way. COVID contributed. So it's an entirely new industry, and I love it. It's still engineering related, it's still energy related, but it's different from construction. So in layman's term, where I work currently, we sell gas. Yep, natural gas. So we sell natural gas that industries use in place of using diesel, so that they will use cleaner energy, something like that. So that's where I work currently. And it's been an exciting journey. Give or take, this is January 2022. So more or less 1 year already. it's really a good place I'm working, and I appreciate the journey so far. And then going forward, okay, you guys, the day I resumed at my new place of work is also my husband's birthday. This same January. Like January just favored me. So you see, when I said I'm excited, I'm happy, and I just felt I needed to make this video, at least to document my process for myself. So 18th of January, I resumed at my new place of work in 2021, and 18th of January is my husband's birthday as well. Like, so celebrations just full January, any year like this going forward. As I mentioned, January, I'm happy, I'm excited, and the year is going to keep, manifesting greater things on the way. So we celebrated my husband's birthday, and then it was all good. And then February was very normal. It's just that we were already making plans for the church wedding. So I assumed that in the Catholic Church, to get married, when you are ready, you just go to your parish, you tell them, Father, we want to get married. We are looking at so and so date. Does it work with calendar, with the church calendar, or should we adjust here and there? You guys, I didn't know that. I don't know whether it's only Lagos State. I don't know whether it's only Lagos State or Nigeria. But I didn't know that there is a schedule, and you have to give the church 6 months notice. 6 full months notice before, like, whenever date, like before you even pick a date too. I was like, by 6 months, I was like, in 6 months' time, everybody would have decided to go their way. I put it like that. It's not too far, jeez. And they were like, that's process and that's protocol. But eventually they start asking questions. Do you have this? Have you done the test? I say, yes, Father, I've done everything. The HIV, I've done it. This one, Father is ready. Do you have a response? Father, I had everything ready. But I didn't know that I was supposed to give that notice. So out of the 6 months, 3 months is particularly for the marriage class, the pre-wedding marriage class. So the 3 months, you have to attend the class. If you miss any of the classes, you have to repeat it. And depending on the church or parish, they can be very strict with some of those rules. So when the Reverend Father, the parish that we use, when the Reverend Father found out that, okay, I already had so many things, I didn't have to maybe start going here and there to look for this and gather that. So they just said, okay, we have to attend the marriage class consistently. And I was asking, so can we fix dates? But I was like, no, you have to attend the class first. And maybe towards the end, you now fix it. See, hey, God. In my head, for somebody that just started working in a new place here, I was telling my husband that I just wanted us to do this wedding and get it over. Like, do it as fast and as soon as possible, so that how will I put it? So that I can focus here. Like I won't have to be chasing planners or people or dress or all of that while I'm trying to settle in my new place of work. So I just felt, okay, February or March. That was what I had in my mind. February or March. We'll be done with all of that, and everybody will just relax and face life. But eventually, because of the class, and then we kept at it, and class ended sometime in April, and I had to. But the funny thing is, I kept disturbing the Reverend Father. Like, he knew me. He did not have peace. Let me not say he did not have peace. But anytime he sees me in his office, like, Choma, what is it? Stop being anxious. You get married. I said, Father, he's not that. The Reverend Father was just for you. Be like, your husband will marry. He will marry you. He said, you are my girl. You will marry her. Let's just do this accordingly. I'm like, Father, my guy, this is not, this is not what I planned. I wanted my plans to go like this. Now you are giving me longer time. Anyway, eventually, the class ended in April, and in a short time, we fixed for May. The Reverend Father, he was like, I'm not sure of this date. In fact, I think the class ended maybe third week in April, or not third week. I'm not sure again when the class ended, but it was just a few weeks space before our wedding. So what happened was, I went for that when eventually we went to meet him and it was time to pick date. I said I picked 1st of May. So everybody, my husband was like, Jesus, it's too close now. Yes, we've been making plans. Everyone and their clothing, guest list, and all of that. We're already making plans. But we just needed a date so that we can get the venue that I wanted. And so my husband was like, it's not too close. I give yourself small time to. I said, it's not close anything. I just let us do it sharp, sharp and get this over with. I'm sure everybody around me that period they felt maybe this one just want to marry, Sha. Calm down. You will marry. But I was more interested in just getting the whole thing over with and focusing on my new job, yeah. So guys, this was what happened. I told the Reverend Father that I wanted 1st May. 1st May normally is that I wanted 1st of May. So 1st May is usually a public holiday. So I just felt it would be a good time to do an event and people that I want can still make it. And I checked with, then my husband was like it was too close, that we should move it. And yes, May devotion starts on 1st May. So father said no, it's not going to work. I was like, okay. The next Saturday was 8th. I was like, okay, father, 8th, is it fine? He now said, okay, yeah, 8th May works. I was like, yeah, good. And then we left. So we went to the venue we had in mind and we asked, hi, 8th May, is it available? And the lady was like, oh, so sorry. No, it's not. And so many people have been showing up for 8th of May. That's what's so special about the date. I was like, I don't know, because I was already in my mind, like I was pissed. I was like, oh God, which date again? And how do I go back and forth with this Reverend Father? Because I have to reconcile the date with him. Ah, guys, I was that period. I was going crazy, literally. And so we asked for the next Saturday, which was 15th, and they said it was available. I said, okay, it's available on this side. Now is to go to church and be sure that it's available on church side, you know. So another thing I wanted to mention is the venue I had in mind. This is a garden. I wanted an outdoor wedding. And guys, this is May. I don't know if that's yeah, I don't know if that's sinking in well, yeah. So January, February, April, rain is setting in. May, rain is supposed to already be like every other time. And everyone kept asking me, babe, rain is falling already. Rain is falling in May. Why do you want an outdoor wedding? Why don't you use a tent? Why don't you use? I was like, no, that I wanted an outdoor wedding and I wanted outdoor, like a garden. So this conversation was more like an every other day conversation with my friend that was the event planner as well. Every other time she would send me weather map. She would send me screenshots of the weather for 15. She was like, babe, see, rain is going to fall. I'm like, hey God, do rain will fall. Should we find another venue? I'm like, no, 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 we won't find another venue. This venue will work. So guys, it was a big risk. I still don't know what made me I still don't know what made me do that, but it was a big risk and we took it. So yes, the 15th eventually worked out with the Reverend Father. He was like, okay, it's fine. And then we made changes and every other planning and preparation we took off like in full speed to be sure that everything is taken care of on time. And you guys, wedding day came. 15th of May, Saturday, 15th of May came. My wedding was an outdoor wedding. Cabana raised with flower, no roof. Went to church, we did the church ceremony, and we came back to the venue. The sun was hot. So the garden has a part where there are some trees, and I saw it. So many of my family members, everybody was like, "What is happening here? And why are we outside? My uncles, everyone was like, why are we? Is he outside? I say, yes, he's outside. So all of them, so typically everyone they ran to that tree to like at least where there was shade, to stay put till when we're about starting. And the sun that day, it was very mighty. The sun was terrible. It was God. I was even feeling I missed the whole misty fans and all those fancy fans that were everywhere. It was still hot. And then you guys, I was almost missing a part. So something else, you guys, I wanted a small wedding. So like I mentioned, the trad was big in the sense that it accommodated everyone. So you know how during Christmas holiday, all the Igbos, everyone comes back, your cousins, everyone is around. So that's everyone being around was a good opportunity to have a wedding here. So everyone was around. Generally everyone was around. The ones that were in Lagos, people Enugu, everyone came down to Anambra. The tribe was big, there was food, normal, everything went well. So in my head, I felt it was not going to be a problem if I do a small wedding. And that was where I was mistaken. So my mom, it was a big issue. I told her we are doing only 50 guests, 25 from my side, 25 from my husband's side, and we are fine. So roughly, I was going to give her maybe like five, my dad five, and like that. They were not taking it. My mom was not taking it. She was reporting to everyone. Everyone was complaining. I was like, she was trying giving me names of people that must have. This man is supposed to be there. I said, Mommy, this man was at the track. No, he is this one, that one. He's your uncle's sister. He's this. You cannot be having wedding and he's not there. I said, okay, Mommy, add this man's name as your guest. She will not tell you. What of his wife? I said, I'm even managing to have one girl. You're asking me of his wife. She said, no, it's not done. That you invite a man and not invite his wife. You guys, eventually back and forth, we moved the list to 70 guests to try and accommodate more persons. My dear, we were still back and forth on the same issue: who is supposed to be invited, who you must have at the wedding, whether they were at the trial or not. And eventually we settled for 100, 50-50. Yeah, you guys, I don't want to go into details. We made plans for 150 for that day. I had more than 150 persons. Like for food, we made plans for, okay, yes, 100 guests, but give or take plus vendors and whatnot, 150 persons food and refreshment and every other thing. You guys, I had more than 150 guests. So human beings are just something else. But anyway, everyone still kept saying at least you had a managed wedding, and 150 is quite small for an average Nigerian wedding. So it's not something I feel bad about. Somehow, one way or the other, food still went round. Though some people told me that they wanted to eat 2 or 3 times and they ate only once. But it went well. And then the end of the day, something happened. You guys, rain fell by 7:15 p.m. Oh God, this was crazy. It was so crazy. It was wild. This when we started like probably around 3 p.m. or thereabouts. 3 p.m. or thereabouts. That was when we started the occasion, the whole ceremonies in between, games, blah blah, and all of that. And then when it was around 6 p.m. ish, 5, 6 or thereabout, it was already getting darker. We're like, okay, wedding ceremony is over, daddies and mommies, you can now go home. You know how an average Nigerian party is now. Wedding parties, like there's always the after party. And I made plans for the after party. There was refreshments for the after party. There was a hype man for the after party. And there were those props, that people use for the after party. And then the ladies and the gents, they were available for the after party. But rain fell. Oof. So the party started. The party was going well. The hype man was there. Everyone was dancing. We were grooving, and it was already dark. and people were already like in the mood and all of that. And before we knew what was happening, it was not just the beginning. Okay, the party had gone on for a while, maybe not 7 exactly, but the party had gone on for a while, and people were already very, very, very far off. They've had a good time, they were dancing and all, and then showers of blessing, showers from above started, showering all of us. And that was how everybody jackpot. Oh, that's how all of us ran from That's how all of us ran from the garden. Everyone started looking for their cars. People were looking for, am I following you? Are you going to the island? Enter. Are you going to the mainland? Enter the car. That was how everybody left. We didn't close the party. The rain closed the party. So when I said I took a big risk for having my wedding in May, I took a big risk. But then it worked very, very fine, and I loved it, and everyone else loved it. The rain came at the end. By then, yes, we've all had a good time by then. People already, you know, we've all had a good time by then. So it was more like, okay, you guys, go home. I know if not for the rain, yes, would have stayed longer. But I think by 8, before 9, I was sure they were in their houses, like before 9. Wow. So yes, May, my wedding, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I loved it. I had a good time. We all had a great time. Yes. It was small, it was cozy, it was outdoor, and I had it all. Plus the rain. It was raining, it was blessings too. So it's memory that I always smile anytime I remember it, because it's one of a kind. It's not every day that rain falls on your wedding and your guests have to run off with their clothes and maybe their shoes in their hands, like scamper out of this place. So So yes, that was the adventure of my wedding, and then after that, all concerning wedding and ceremonies came to a close, and I focused on work. Yes, I was so happy. So let me tell you something. If you're planning to get married, and you want a small wedding, right? See, just try as much as possible to have that small wedding. I don't know what maybe your reasons might be, whether it's finance or you just don't want the crowd or whatever, or timing or whatnot. Have what you want if you can, like as much as possible. Because at the end of the day, all those people that you thought they cared so much about the wedding or whatever, they don't really care. So by the time someone hears us, they're like, "Oh, you got married?" Say yes. Ah, you didn't invite me. I'm so sorry. Okay. Like one of the examples I was using, it was COVID period, and restrictions were everywhere. So we had to do it that way. I'm so sorry. Please just give me your blessings. I appreciate it. And everyone is fine. And tomorrow people are back to being friends, except some particular persons that that I don't know. There are some people that are witches that if you don't invite people, they'll carry a apple for you in their chest for years. I don't know about those ones. But all I know is that some of all these things that we bother so much about, people don't really care. Like by the next day, the next week, life goes on. Everyone is living their lives. They don't really care. They don't care, really. So if you want a small wedding, try as much as possible to have what you want. Just try. So yes, I went back to work. Work went back to normal. Not like I didn't leave work. I was going to work before the wedding. There was no honeymoon here because I had to go back to work. My husband is still owing me honeymoon. Now I just remembered. Up till now, I've not gone for honeymoon. You guys, I'll remind that man. That young man, I'll remind him. So went back to work. Um, put the time that was required, concentrated more, picked up skills along the way, you know, and 2021 was really great. So between then, September was my birthday. My birthday came. We had a small celebration in house, because at least for most of the year we've been having big events and ceremonies, and everybody needed to calm down a bit. So for my birthday in September, it was just family. My cousins came to the house. We ate, we just gisted, did amebol, talked about things here and there, and that was that. So the rest of the year was beautiful. I gathered some skills for work, and along the way, I'm learning some other things, for personal development. So, yes, my 2021 was amazing. It was beautiful. And as it is now, I'm starting off 2022 on a good note. I'm happy, I'm healthy. So, on health 2021, nobody was sick. Okay, apart from small, small sicknesses here and there, maybe cold, catarrh, fever, all those little things there. Nobody had any major illnesses that we're dealing with. So, I thank God for good health, for my family, immediate and extended. No one was sick. We thank God for that. And like I said, this year is starting off amazing already. I decided to make this video and put it out early so that sometimes when things happen to us, we tend to forget. We just feel, oh, it has happened, yeah, and then we move on. What's next thing? What's next thing to achieve, to be achieved? What's next thing I want? What's next? On to the next, on to the next. So I'm making this video to document my growth and my excitement and my memories, and also to share with you how my 2021 was. And I'm looking forward to an amazing 2022. If you'd like to share, please share with me what your 2020, or what were the wins or maybe the losses in 2021. Share with us in the comment section. So thank you for watching. Thank you guys for watching. If you're seeing me on your screen for the first time, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't hit the subscribe button. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Bye. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.